In the new geopolitical scenario, its effect on the Indian economy and in the Indian defense forces is tremendous. And the government of India's policy of bringing in the private sector industries, the R&D projects, indigenous R&D projects, with wherever, if it is required, with interaction with experts in this field from abroad, has brought in a very large number of benefits, not only to the customer, but also to the industry and the people at large. Our own side, we have brought in quite a few critical technologies for being used by the armed forces. A few of them I would like to mention. One is on the software-defined radio, where very high-end, algorithm-oriented, embedded software with waveform generation is the new thing that is being utilized in all the software defined radios, which will now replace the conventional radios which are on the tanks, which are on the vehicles, which are with the infantry as manpack sets and handheld sets. So that is one major development which Government of India has recognized, and maybe by the end of this year, that is financial year March, there will be some orders also on the Indian industry for this indigenously developed products. Similarly, we have taken on a big scale upgradation of old Russian radars and missile systems, and that is going on very well, including on what is called as the Pichora missile systems. And earlier we had done the upgradation of the good old war horse of the Indian Army, the Russian T-72 tanks, with the thermal imager based fire control system, and of course the night vision devices and all that. The latest, of course, we have added is from our joint venture company, Alpha LSEC, that is for the loitering munitions, which we have got an order of making about 125 numbers, which is well on the way of being delivered to the Indian Armed Forces. So like that, lots of new areas are there. Hermes 450 and 900, that is the long-range reconnaissance UAVs, and of course for operational purposes also it can be utilized. They are all coming in one after the other. On the simulator side, we have been the pioneers. We have developed and established for Mi-17 V5 helicopters, for the MiG-29 helicopters, and for the BMPs, that is the Russian BMPs, simulators in all the stations where it is going to be used. So like that, we have made steady progress. Behind me are some of the models of the space, Indian Space Research Organization. We were again the first one to make the Indian satellites by an Indian private industry in the location of ISRO. We made 3 satellites over there. One is IRNSS-1I, that is for navigation purposes. The second one was GSAT-30, that was for communication purposes, and recently RESAT-1A for certain strategic purposes. All of them have been done by our people. Now we are concentrating also on the small satellites portion of it, and we have made already tremendous strides in this, as also on the ground support systems, launchers, some subsystems for the launchers. The one I would like to mention in the end is the Gaganyaan project, where the crew module, which will bring back to Earth the astronauts from the outer space, has been our proud presentation to Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and ISRO, and that has just been handed over 2 numbers, and another 3 numbers are on the anvil. Last but not the least, we got recently an order for 26 numbers of the rear fuselage of light combat aircraft, and more will follow, and that will be done in our own factory. So all in all, it looks very bright, very hopeful, and the trend setting, I am sure, will be this DEFEXPO exhibition. Thank you.